Everything the Democrats do is so performative. Good. Huh? Well, Republicans have control of all three branches of government. So our voice is our superpower. You just had to throw that in there. It's my phrase for a reason. The louder we are, the more of an impact we make. I don't care why you're saying something as much as I care that you're saying it. So yeah, I'm 100% supportive of performative. All of today's fighters performative? Some of them. Okay, what you got? So this is Don Norcross, and he represents New Jersey's 1st District. And you're going to be talking about him all week. Yep. He's one of the co-chairs of the Labor Caucus, and in honor of Labor Day, the caucus put out this video, which includes their stories of being in the workforce, achievements of the labor movement, and of the Labor Caucus. Sounds kind of informative. I think so. All right, what else? This is Jimmy Gomez, and he's hosting a national summit on the housing affordability crisis on Wednesday. There are 8 House Dems speaking and 18 people in the housing affordability space. Why is this the first I'm hearing about it? Do you follow Jimmy Gomez on social media? Yeah? Then blame the algorithm. Of course. What's next? Michigan Dems are hosting a People's Town Hall with Jim Clyburn and Troy Carter in Lisa McClain's Michigan 9th District. So if she's your member of Congress, RSVP for Friday's town hall. She's not. Okay, well, if you have any friends who live there, tell them. I don't, but whatever. What else? Sydney Kamlager Dove spoke with the owner of the South LA Cafe. Wait, weren't you there? Yep. I was talking to her staffer while this was happening. And this guy, Joe, is the coolest. The fact that he was wearing a mask made me feel really comfortable in the space. Yeah, you don't see that much anymore. No. You don't. My favorite part of this video is that Sydney says that Black businesses need to be given the same chance as white businesses to fail, because that is part of creating a successful business. Huh, I never thought of that. Yeah, neither did I until I watched this video. All right, what's next? Asamin Ansari was interviewed by Alex Witt after her visit to the Eloy detention center. She's been there a lot, hasn't she? Yeah. Sometimes she gets in and sometimes she gets turned away. Luckily, this time she got in. She said this is nothing short of a prison with the complete lack of basic needs for the detainees. She talked about how they're given used underwear and then they get sick. And the only solution the medical staff will give them is to drink more water, which is not clean and making them sick. Wow. Yeah. 96 women signed up to speak to Ansari and her team. They couldn't get through them all. She's going to do everything in her power to help the ones that they did get through with things that she can change. That doesn't sound very performative. No, it doesn't. Okay, what else? Ayanna Pressley spoke at the first ever Labor Day parade in Boston. Why is it the first? Because it used to be a celebratory day and now it is a day of resistance. She said this moment requires something disruptive, something that matches the energy of the opposition. Really empowering speech. Yeah, I saw a lot, but I've never seen it before. We've never needed it before. All right, you picked some good ones today. I'm glad I have your support, Doomerella. And those are some of today's fighters. If you made it to the end of this post, comment with 7 words to help the algorithm. And a worker, because it is Labor Day and we owe them so much. And if you watched or read any of these stories, comment with what you learned. And water, because even clean water isn't a cure for everything. Our voices are our superpower, but only when we use them.